Meanwhile, Psyche continued her search for her husband, wandering day and night from one place to another, her spirit afflicted, and with the ever-burning hope of succeeding, if not in softening him with the caresses a wife knows how to bestow, at least in obtaining his forgiveness by supplicating him as a slave. She saw a temple atop a rugged mountain and thought, "Perhaps my lord dwells up there." Swiftly she directed her steps towards that place, though weary from her endless toils, yet animated by desire and hope. Thus, having swiftly scaled the highest hills, she approached the temple. There she saw ears of corn, some bound in sheaves, some woven into garlands, and moreover, she saw ears of barley. There were also sickles and all the tools used for harvesting, but scattered everywhere in disarray, as happens in the hotter hours when they are cast aside by the reapers. Psyche, with great diligence, set them in order, each in its proper place, for she thought it her duty not to neglect the temples and religious ceremonies of any deity, but rather to conciliate unto herself the benevolent mercy of all. While Psyche was intent upon this task with utmost care, she was surprised by the divine Ceres, who met her, exclaiming from afar,
"Oh, wretched Psyche! Venus, in her fury, seeks you in every corner of the earth to bring about your death, and demands vengeance with all the force of her divine power. And you, meanwhile, attend to my affairs and provide for everything except your own salvation?"
Then Psyche cast herself at the goddess's feet and bathed them with her tears. And sweeping the earth with her hair, she implored her aid in 1,000 ways.
By this your right hand, dispenser of harvests, by the joyous ceremonies of the reaps, by the mysteries enshrouding your baskets, by the chariot drawn by your winged serpents, by the fields of Sicily, by the chariot that bore away your daughter, by the barren earth that hid her, by Proserpina's descent to the shadowy realm of her marriage, and by the discovery that brought her back to light, by all the other arcane secrets of Attic Eleusis. Come to the aid of unhappy Psyche, who invokes you as a suppliant. Grant me to remain hidden for some days among these sheaves, until the fury of that dreadful goddess be somewhat assuaged, or at least until my strength be restored, after so many travails, with a little peace.
Ceres replied,
"Your prayers and your tears move me, and I desire to help you, but I would not incur the resentment of my niece, with whom I have long been a close friend. Moreover, she is an excellent woman. Therefore, depart this temple at once, and thank heaven if I do not hold you here as a prisoner."
Psyche found herself repelled against all hope, and her anguish redoubled. She turned back and descended into the valley, and there, in a not too dense wood, she saw another temple, built with artistry. Not wishing to neglect, albeit with little hope of success, any means that might open her path to better fortune, and eager to commend herself to any deity for help, she approached the sacred doors of the temple. There she saw precious votive gifts and embroidered draperies with golden characters hanging from the branches of the trees and from the doorposts, testifying to the graces obtained in the name of the goddess to whom they were dedicated. Then she knelt and embraced the still warm altar, and wiping away her tears, she prayed thus:
O sister and spouse of great Jove, whether you reside in the most ancient temple of Samos that first heard your cry and alone can boast of having given you birth and nurtured you, whether you frequent the blessed abodes of great Carthage, which adores you as a virgin born to heaven by a chariot drawn by lions, whether you guard the glorious ramparts of the Argives along the banks of the Inachus, which already extols you as the wife of thundering Jove and queen of the other goddesses, you, whom all the East reveres under the name of Zygia and the West invokes, calling you Lucina. Be you for me indeed, Juno the Savior, in my extreme ruin, and deliver me from the anguish of this tremendous peril. For I know well that you are she who comes to the succor of women who must give birth when they are in danger.
Being thus supplicated, Juno immediately appeared to Psyche in all the august dignity of her divinity, and thus she spoke to her.
How gladly would I grant your prayers, but I cannot, without shame, go against the will of Venus, my daughter-in-law, whom I have always respected as a daughter, and moreover, it would be against the law for me to receive fugitive slaves without the consent of their masters.
Terrified by this new tremendous defeat of fortune, Psyche understood that she could no longer reach her winged husband, and now, devoid of all hope, she abandoned herself to these bitter reflections.
What other means can I attempt? What remedies can I devise to end my misfortunes? If even the goddesses, though willing to help me, have been unable to succor me? Where shall I turn my steps, now that I am again entangled in inextricable snares? And under what roof shall I find refuge, or in what darkness conceal myself to escape the inexorable gaze of the great Venus? But is it not better, Psyche, that you should finally assume a virile spirit, resolutely renounce all vain and petty hopes, and go of your own accord to your mistress, and submitting to her with humility, albeit belatedly, seek to assuage her tremendous fury? Who knows? Perhaps in her mother's house, you may find him whom you seek with such longing.
Thus, prepared to endure even this humiliation with an uncertain outcome, or rather, to face certain ruin, she began to reflect within herself on how to initiate her invocations.